All right, we're back today with the 2022 gift guide, and today is going to be items under $100. If you want to see the items under 50 or the items under 25 or even the items from last year's gift guides, you can go ahead and check out the playlist right up here. With all of my gift guide videos, there will be links to the items I talk about down in the description below. They are affiliate links, so if you do use them, they really do help out the channel, and I very much appreciate it. So for items under $100, we really do get a lot of options, and if you have a keyboard enthusiast in your life, getting them an awesome switch tester is a really cool and thoughtful gift that you can get them. Now, switch testers can range all the way from $20 up to $100, sometimes even more. The biggest difference is usually the amount of options that they have on the switch tester and the amount of keys that they have. They can go from having 6 keys, they can go up to having all the way up to maybe 50 keys. Switch testers is one of those things where a lot of people may not have them, and it may not be something that they would usually buy for themselves, but if it was gifted to them, I think that a lot of people would really appreciate it. Speaking of keyboards, there are a ton of great, really high quality keyboards that you can get under $100. For example, one of the keyboards I covered earlier this year, the Keychron V1, is an insane option. The entire V series is great, and they all fall within $100. You can also get some great wireless options from Keychron, EpoMaker, and a few of the other brands as well. The AnPro 2 is a really great 60% keyboard. And if you want, you can get one of the ones from the larger brands like the HyperX Alloy FPS Pro, which is a great keyboard under $100 as well. The best part is, within the last year or so, a lot more keyboards in this price category are getting a lot more of those premium features. Things like hot swappable switches, things like better switches, things like having a better mounting system, better build materials to ensure sound quality. Like the Keychron V1 is an incredibly sounding keyboard, and I love it. It is fantastic. You can do a lot of mods that cost little to almost no money to really improve the sound, and it really gives somebody a really, really good keyboard to use. I have a full write-up on my website for recommended keyboards. If you want, you can go ahead and check that out. I will leave that down in the description below. It talks about a bunch of different features and different price points. Now, to keep on the idea of input devices, you can also get a lot of really great mice at this price point. Whether you're going to go wired or wireless, there are a lot of options out there. So if the person that you're gifting to, or for yourself, depending on the features that you want, the size of your hand, wired versus wireless, a lot of those features, there are a lot of options in this price point. Logitech has some great items like the MX Master series that fall under $100. They also have gaming focused devices like the G703 and the classic Logitech G502, both wired and wireless. Glorious also has a lot of devices in this list. Razer has some devices in this list. There are a lot of options there. Again, I have a great write-up on my website that breaks down a lot of my favorite mice and mice that are highly suggested based on different features and price points. So you can go ahead and check it out on my website. I will leave a link down in the description for that as well. Now, in the under $25 range, we talked about different chargers and how gallium nitride is becoming a lot more affordable. If you want to spend a lot more money, but you want to get a much better product, the gallium nitride chargers that are under $100 are fantastic. You can get them all the way up to 100 watts, sometimes even 130 watts for under $100. And these are strong enough to power a laptop while you're even gaming on it or using it for productivity. Having these chargers are amazing, and gallium nitride just has really improved the charging space by making the chargers a lot smaller, but also a lot more powerful at the same time. I personally always travel with a 100 watt gallium nitride charger that I keep in my laptop bag. I can use it to charge not only my laptop, I can charge my phone, I can charge my Steam Deck, I can charge my headphones, I can charge everything with it, and everything works as they normally would with a lot of their native chargers as well. Another great gift idea under $100 is a headphone or headset. Now, there are plenty of options here, and this is another one where I do have a write-up on my website if you do want to check it out. It talks about headphones and headsets, both wired and wireless, open back versus closed back. I have a video that breaks down all of these features as well if you want to go ahead and check that out. But there are some incredible options under $100. You don't have to break the bank to get some good quality stuff. And getting someone a good quality pair of headphones can really make a difference in terms of comfort and just their overall experience. And best part is, during the Black Friday week, a lot of the headphones that are normally, around $120 to $150, some of them drop down to below $100, and it's a great time to buy one of those headphones or headsets. Now, another great gift idea that kind of talks to something that we spoke about in the $50 and under range is a SSD. Now, you can get internal SSDs, whether that is an NVMe or a 2.5-inch SSD. This is probably going to be one of the biggest and most significant upgrades someone can do to an old computer to help speed it up a little bit. If they're able to use an SSD in that computer, it can really help speed up boot times and just overall snappiness of the system. It's one of the things that I always do, especially with old laptops. Now, you can also get portable SSDs that are insanely helpful for people who do a lot of productivity and use a laptop for that. Whether they're editing videos, editing photos, whether they like carrying videos all around with them, having a portable SSD is super handy. And if you don't want to go the enclosure route that I talked about in the under $50 video, getting a good portable SSD is something that you can do under $100 regular price. And you can also get some that are higher capacity that will be on sale under $100, which is awesome. And the final item under $100 is a fitness tracker. Now, if you have that friend or that family member or that coworker who wants to get a little bit more active or wants to be able to track their sleep a little bit better, or just wants some way to get a little bit more motivated to just be active and move around more, a fitness tracker is a really good option, and there are quite a few available options under $100. Now, there are a few brands that are very good. You have Garmin, you have Fitbit, you have Amazfit that are all very reputable and pretty popular. They all have their strengths compared to another. So for example, Fitbit is known to be the best for sleep tracking, or Garmin has a much better physical activity tracking. Amazfit is a much more value-oriented brand. There's a lot of options out there. I will leave links to a couple in the description below. You can go ahead and do some research and find some. For example, the Fitbit Charge 5, which is the newer version of the one that I use, is usually under $100, and it is a great option. Now that's it for items under $100. I hope that this video helped you out. If it did, I'd really appreciate it if you subscribed. If you have any questions, comments, or feedback, or if there are any items that I did not mention that you really like under $100, go ahead and leave those down in the comment section below. As always, thanks to my patron sponsors, Thoughts, Time, and Step Back, and thank you for watching the end of this video. Come back tomorrow if you want to see the items under $200, and as always, stay safe out there. I'll see you then.